500,000. 500,000 subscribers.
Absolutely amazing, Theo. Well done, mate.
Is that it? Is that all you're going to say? We get 500,000 subscribers. 500,000 people have clicked that big red button for us too. And you're telling me you're just going to say thank you and that's it?
All I can say is, now it's the push for 1 million, Theo.
No.
Never look backwards, only look forwards. Time for 1 million subscribers. If Goldbridge can do it, so can we.
Okay, well, all I'm going to say is, as a little announcement for 500,000 subscribers, the new Twitch is out. I'm going to be doing content with Thogsis. No, I'm basically sacking off Thogdad, bringing in my sister. So make sure you follow the new Twitch account. We're trying to get up to 10k followers. Every single one that follows, I'll follow back your Instagram if you send me proof you follow me on Twitch. Oh, and also we're filming a Champions League predictions video. How are we doing, Thogdad?
Hey, brilliant. 500,000. I cannot believe it. Thank you to everyone out there. It's truly amazing.
It's incredible. And guys, we've got some cracking Champions League predictions to go through. Make sure to subscribe if you're new here. Road to 1 million now. Follow the Twitch. And let's start off with Dortmund versus Sevilla.
Absolutely. Borussia Dortmund of Germany against Sevilla of Spain. This is 6th in the Bundesliga against 4th in La Liga. Now, the first tie was 3-2 to the Germans, Theo.
It was.
So very evenly poised, isn't it?
I remember I had a bet on it and, you know, I needed Sevilla to win. And at the time, they were doing really well in the league. Dortmund were doing terrible in their league. And I was thinking Sevilla were going to win. I remember my cash out went up to 750 quid because Sevilla went 1-0 up. And then Erling Braut Haaland happened. Sancho happened. And they won the game. And to be quite frank, after watching Haaland last time out against Bayern Munich, and I say Haaland, not Dortmund, because we know about the results, I think they'll win. I think Dortmund will win again, send Sevilla to the Europa League.
Well, I'll tell you what, Dortmund haven't lost at home since December of last year. They've scored 50 goals in the Bundesliga this season. I think this could be a cracking tie.
I think there'll be goals, but I think Dortmund will win it and they'll already go through. I think with Haaland, it's great, but with Sancho out, it's a little bit, it won't be as convincing. You know, that game we live streamed against Bayern Munich, defensively, Dortmund look a bit shaky. They could bottle it.
They could, but you know what, Theo? I think it's time for a Thogdad fact.
The return.
It's back.
It's back just like that.
Just like that. Now, Erling Haaland has scored 18 goals in the UCL from only 13 games. If he gets one more goal, he becomes the top scoring Norwegian in this tournament of all time.
No.
And he's only 20 years old. That's a Thogdad fact.
Bellingham as well. Jude Bellingham looks like he's going to be playing. I hope he has a good game being English. And overall, I think with Sevilla's poor recent La Liga form, I reckon this game will end Dortmund 2, Sevilla 1. Which means my overall score will be Dortmund 5, Sevilla 3. So sending Dortmund through. And I think Haaland will score 2 goals. And I think Sevilla will probably go on to win the Europa League because they're the top winners of that competition, aren't they?
Right, now Sevilla, of course, have lost the last 3 games, as you mentioned. But this season in the league, they've only conceded 20 goals. I wouldn't write them off, Theo, at this stage.
No, I wouldn't write them off, but who are you backing?
I'm going for a 2-2 draw. Dortmund are going through.
Okay, so a draw sends Dortmund through. It'll be tight. It'll be scary at moments for Dortmund fans, like our friend Oliver and his son who watches the content. Big up him. I think we both back the Dortmund, but I think it's time for a special guest, Thogdad.
You got a guest?
What do you mean?
For European competition?
Yeah?
That's not normal.
Yeah, well, Dad, we've got to step things up now. We've got 500,000 subscribers. There's a lot of people watching this content. We've got to raise the level of the game.
Well, I hope it's a really good, funny guest.
You can guess the guest. I'll say something, you guess the guest. Sadio Mane. He's the best football player in the world.
You've got
I
Redmond.
don't do it nuts and babies, I do absolutes.
Well, first of all, what was that accent? But secondly, you've got Redmond on, no way.
I've got James Redmond. Redmondinho. He's on. And he's predicting the Champions League games this weekend and Liverpool playing, so we'll see what he says about that. But let's start with Dortmund Sevilla. What are you going for, son?
Right, hello there, everyone. Welcome back to Thogden's YouTube channel. And I first off just want to say thank you to Thogden and Thogdad for having me on. It's an absolute pleasure. And make sure that you smash the likes and leave a subscribe. But anyway, if you don't know who I am, I'm that Scouse kid who said Sadio Mane is the best player in the world, except I've been through puberty, and here we are. So it's nice to meet you, hopefully you'll have me, and let's talk about a few of these fixtures. How intriguing is this game? Because you've got to think about it, Sevilla have made it to a point where they're not in the Europa League no more, and even though this seems like on paper that it should really go all the way to Dortmund, it's not really the case, because yes, they have got Haaland, yes, they have got Sancho, but where are they in the Bundesliga? Like 6th or 5th, maybe even slightly higher? But I just do see Dortmund winning this game. They've got the 3-2 advantage already. They've got the striker that turns up in the Champions League in Haaland, and I feel like it's going to be too much quality. Dortmund 1, Sevilla 0. and Dortmund go through.
And the next game is the mighty Juventus of Italy against Porto of Portugal. Now, this is third in Serie A against second in the Portuguese league. Now, the first leg, Theo, was 2-1 to Porto. But the away goal might be important, Theo.
You're getting hopeful. Where was your goat in the first leg? Cristiano Ronaldo, he went missing.
He is my goat, and I'll tell you what, Theo, he will turn up in the second leg.
You believe so?
He will score all day long. Put your house on that, Theo.
Okay, score fair enough, but that doesn't change it enough. If he sends Juventus through, then he's clutched up. So you seriously believe CR7 is going to clutch up?
Absolutely. Now, Juventus are incredible at home at the moment. The last 7 games in Serie A at home, they've won them all. Their defence is superb. And I tell you what, this game is written for Cristiano Ronaldo. He will score. Juventus will go through him.
Okay, well, listen, Dad, I must say, the story could be Porto. I mean, to be fair, their record is much better at home than it is away, especially in Europe. And all the odds are in favour of Juve to go through because of that away goal, a 1-0 clutches it. So it can just be a 1-goal situation. But what if Porto go out early doors and sneak a goal?
Theo, I've mentioned Cristiano. I've not mentioned Morata yet. He's having a wonderful season, and particularly in this tournament. So you've got 2 wonderful strikers there. And as I mentioned, Juventus, defensively this season, have been brilliant.
So you're telling me even if Porto score an early goal, you're convinced there's enough in that Ronaldo front two of Morata and Ronaldo to score?
Yeah, and what I'm not doing here is underestimating Porto, because they are an away team. Their away record is
And they're good at wine, aren't they?
They're pretty good at wine and at port. That is true, Theo. But you know what? I think this is a step too far. Porto in the league, 10 points behind Sporting Club de Portugal. Not a bad season, not a great season. I'm simply going to go straight to it. Juventus 2-0. They go
Juventus 2-0, they go through? Okay, well, first of all, I'm going to say Mbemba, the Porto centre-back with Pepe, is ex-Newcastle. It's crazy, isn't it? All these funny links. But which ex-Real Madrid player will get the final laugh? Will it be Cristiano Ronaldo or will it be Pepe? I'm going to go with Ronaldo because as much as I think Messi's the GOAT, I still think he will have enough in this game. It's Porto at home. They only need to win by 1. Without Porto scoring. So I think that'll happen. I'm also going to go for Juventus 2, Porto 0. It will be a successful comeback. It's the home fixture. It's written in the stars.
But Theo, I just want to mention one player from Porto, and that's Mehdi Taremi. Now, he is a legend in Iran. He's got 17 goal contributions in the league this season.
He's a big lad.
And if somebody does something, it might be him.
Him and Marego got the goals, I think. And them two were so good. But Juventus defensively were terrible. And they've got to shape up in this second leg, because if they play like they did in that one, they're screwed. The moment Porto get an away goal in this game, it might be too much of a mountain to climb. But James Redmond, what are you going for?
Right, so with Juventus and Porto, I'm very interested in this game because obviously Porto got the upset in the first leg. I mean, you can call it an upset, but Juventus have been in the first half of this season, let's just say that. But we do know they've got one player and one player only who can change a game by himself, regardless of the age. In the name of Cristiano Ronaldo, he can very much make a difference in this game. And I believe if Juventus are to get the win, he is going to be a big part of that. That being said, I don't see Juventus going through. Oh, I know I'm going controversial, but I just think Porto have enough to get it done. I think they've got some great players, and I feel like they've got a good enough system there to get the job done. And I'm going to say Porto 0, Juventus 0. I'm going for a 0-0. I'm going to be boring, but it gets the job done for Porto to get them into the next round.
And now for Liverpool of England against RB Leipzig of Germany. Now this is 8th in the Premier League against 2nd in the Bundesliga. And I'm going to repeat that. 8th in the Premier League, Theo. It's gone horribly wrong, hasn't it, Theo?
No, it certainly has. And you've got to say their focus is going to shift now to the Champions League. We know Jurgen Klopp has already won a Champions League with Liverpool. He won their 6th Champions League title. He'll be looking for the 7th. Will it happen? I'm not too sure. You look at the injuries. Henderson's now out for ages. And to miss your captain, it's a massive blow. I hope he's not out for the Euros later, but more the focus is on Liverpool. And look at them defensively. They've just lost 1-0 to Fulham in the Prem. Their Anfield record continues. But luckily, this won't be at Anfield. This will actually be at a neutral stadium. But that actually might help Liverpool.
I know. It's going to be played at the Puskás Arena in Budapest. Now, Liverpool have lost the last 6 home games. This counts as a home game. And you know what, Theo? It's time for another Thog Dad fact. Another one. You wait for a bus for so long and 3 come along at once. Now, Liverpool this season have conceded more goals in the league than both Brighton and Fulham. And that's a Thog Dad fact. Historically, Liverpool are very good against German opposition. They've won 8 and drawn 3 of the last 11 games. So what's going to happen here, Theo?
Well, in my opinion, Leipzig have turned around their form. They're doing one of the best in the league. I think they've won all their last 5 games in the Bundesliga. They just pumped Freiburg 3-0. Emil Forsberg is back. Everything in the leagues has put things in favour of Leipzig.
Yeah.
And with it being at a neutral ground, the odds are in favour of Liverpool, but I'm going to back Leipzig. I think it's 2-0 on aggregate, and James Redmond, you'll be fuming with me for saying this, but I'm going to predict Leipzig to win 2-0. The game will go to added times because that's the exact same result, and I think there'll be no goals in added time. It'll go all the way to penalties, where I believe Leipzig will have it in them to beat them on pens.
No way, Theo.
Yeah.
That is incredible. Now, who's going to do the damage for Leipzig? Obviously, Angelino's been incredible as an attacking left-back. He did, yeah.
He knocked out United single-handedly. Forsberg's back on, Sorloth's scoring goals, and Nkunku's a creative midfielder. They've got the players in there to get a result. Yeah. It's whether Nagelsmann will get them going for it, and I think he will get them riled up and up to do it.
That is amazing. Now, as Theo says, they've won the last 8 domestic matches. Defensively, they're brilliant this season.
Yeah.
I think Liverpool will score from somewhere. It was Salah and Mane in the first leg. Liverpool will score, so I'm going to go Liverpool 1, RB Leipzig 3. Liverpool are on the way out. I agree with Theo.
You actually agreed with me.
I do.
I did not expect that from you.
And I'll tell you why, Theo. Because good teams score a lot of goals against Liverpool at the moment. Leicester, Man City, they bagged 3 or 4 goals. Leipzig are a good team, and they're going to knock Liverpool out.
Dad, we brought on a Liverpool fan guest who's a massive Liverpool fan, massive Scouser, and we both predicted Leipzig to win. I feel bad. I thought you'd have backed Liverpool, Dad.
I want Liverpool to win. I support the English teams in Europe, but I've been watching them again and again recently, and it's horrible.
Yeah, and you look at their defensive problems, Henderson's still out. Listen, the odds are in favour of Liverpool. We're going against that. James, what are you going for, mate? Happy International Women's Day to all the women out there as well.
It was yesterday.
Well, I mean, but I respect.
And then you've got my team, Liverpool FC. How's this gonna go? How's this gonna go? Because I don't know. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't think we're gonna win, but I am not gonna come onto the Thogden YouTube channel for the first time ever and come with negative energy. I'm not gonna say we're gonna lose overall, because I feel like we actually have a chance of going through, but I do feel like we'll lose the fixture, and I'm gonna say 2-1 to Leipzig. I just feel Nagelsmann, being the great tactician that he is, I feel like he's going to realise our biggest mistake, and if you put 8 men into the box, it's going to be one of them things we're not going to be able to score. And even though we've got the 2-0 advantage, counter-attack, and we haven't been defending well against as well. Also, even though we've got players coming back, Firmino, who weren't available in the last game, we've got players like Fabinho, definitely sound, Jota's of course back. Even though we've got these players back, it's going to take a lot more than just a few players coming back from injury for this Liverpool team to really find form. And even in the last game against Leipzig, they kind of gifted us them goals, so I'm not looking past them in any way, shape or form. I'm gonna pay them their respect. I actually believe they could be top of the league in the Bundesliga. Might be wrong by the time this is put out. That being said, that they're and thereabouts, so that's why I'm not going to ignore Leipzig. Leipzig 2, Liverpool 1, but Liverpool still go through to the next round, and yeah, that's how I see it going.
And the final game is Paris Saint-Germain of France against Barcelona of Spain. Now, these teams are both second in their domestic leagues, but what about that first leg? 4-1 to PSG. Theo, who did the damage in that game?
Mbappe was world class in that first leg. I know, Thogdad. He absolutely ran the show. Some of his finishes on that day were incredible. Lenglet and Piqué were eating grass most of the day, trying to keep up with him. But this is the second leg. This is the moment to prove yourself as a world-class footballer. If you can seriously knock Barcelona out and score again, then Kylian Mbappe is up there with Haaland. But if, and I say if, because there's history in this PSG-Barcelona game. The time they played before, Barcelona won 6-1 in their second leg, which sent them through after PSG won 4-0 in the first leg. Could we see a remontada? Is there any possibility in the world that we could see it happen again, Dad?
It would be historical. Now, Mbappe was incredible. 5 goals and 3 assists in this tournament. Now, I've looked at PSG's home form, and it's brilliant. They've only lost 2 since October.
I know.
They are the highest scorers in the league.
But with the weird history of the 6-1 fixture, I know it was at Nou Camp, and there were fans there, which does make a big difference. But there's a mentality that Barcelona can do that against PSG in the Champions League. Neymar's a doubt, and before I go into my prediction, I think my prediction goes out the window if Neymar does come back for this game, but I don't think he will. Florenzi's also a doubt, and I feel like Barcelona could exploit that if he is out for the game and they play a backup fullback, a player like Ousmane Dembele could make the most of that situation. I'm going to go out there and say, I know Barcelona do not have Ansu Fati, and Messi needs to clutch. But I'm honestly going to go out there and say, Barcelona are going to win this fixture 4-0, which will send them through, because overall it'll be PSG 4, Barcelona 5. I'm backing the Barcelona. I am.
You're pranking me. Okay,
I'm not pranking
funny.
you.
That. Okay, let's do that again, but without the prank. Okay, Theo, you go.
Okay. PSG 0, Barcelona 4.
No way.
Yeah, I don't think you understand. Barcelona are going to do it again. There's history there.
Now, Barcelona have actually won 12 of the last 13 competitive away games.
Forget the competitive, forget all that. It
doesn't
matter.
That goes in your favour.
I know it goes in my favour, but I'm not saying it because they beat Eibar. I'm saying it because there's history in this fixture, and Lionel Messi is the GOAT.
Yeah.
And he's gonna, I know they don't have Ansu Fati, and the team around them is pretty poor, let's be real here, but Lionel Messi is gonna have to carry and basically play as 3 different players at once. But I think it's gonna happen.
That is amazing.
Against the odds.
He is a GOAT. He's got 27 goal contributions in the league this season. Do you think Dembele will be on, and will he have a contribution?
Him and Messi need to be just unbelievable on the day. Ousmane needs to find some inner unbelievable performance from him. He's a very good, quick, two-footed, and everything he shoots has to be gold, like Mbappe in the first leg. He needs to be like that.
Well, I am speechless from that prediction. Don't forget, this is being played in Paris.
Yep.
PSG are excellent in Paris. They're going to win this one 2-1.
That's boring. But it's realistic. I'm just being fun. But no, I back it. I back Messi. He's the GOAT, and I think he's going to have a masterclass. I think Messi will score a hat-trick, and Barca will win 4-0.
Honestly, Theo,
yeah.
When you hit 500,000 subs, you know, your head, it doesn't have to go all mushy.
There's a screwdriver in there somewhere. I don't know. Who knows? Maybe I'm going crazy. Tell us in the comments all your score predictions for all 4 games. But also, James Redmond, what are you going for, son? As a Liverpool fan, I'm sure you don't want Barcelona to go through, because I know those 2 teams have history. So what are you going for?
PSG and Barcelona. Now, this first leg was the Mbappe show, and I'm not going to lie to you, mate, I didn't see it coming. I did expect it to be a close game. I know that in the past it's usually been a Barcelona victory. That being said, you cannot ignore the quality that PSG very much do possess. Could this be a repeat of when Neymar was at Barcelona and Barcelona came back in one of the most emphatic games that we saw in Champions League history? I do not know. I do think PSG will prevail in this game, and I actually think they're going to win once more. I'm going to say PSG 2, Barcelona 1, and PSG to go through to the next round. Sayonara, Barcelona.
And thank you to James Redmond for that. He's the man who taught us all that Sadio Mane is the best player in the world, isn't he, Theo?
Well, they'll need him to score again against Leipzig.
They will.
So we'll see if that can happen. And Mane recently, he's not been the best in the world, let's be real. But I tell you what, go subscribe to his channel. Links in the description. He covers all the Liverpool content. He's a great guy. Anyway, thank you for watching the channel. I appreciate all the support. Please like and subscribe. Road to 1 million. We're trying to gain 1K subs a day from now on. More Champions League content coming. More Premier League content coming. We want to just get to 1 million. That's the dream. It's always been the dream, isn't it, Daddy?
It's absolutely a massive dream. Goldbridge has made it. Well done, Goldbridge.
Big up, Goldbridge.
And for yesterday, happy International Women's Day to all the lasses out there.
Exactly. Happy International Women's Day. That is the end of the video. Thank you. Go sub to James. Sounds like it's not a strawberry jam, lad. Anyway, enough about the waffle. Subscribe to Josh the editor as well. Yeah. All right. Don't forget the Twitch. How many likes as well? 20k likes? Oh yes. 20. Easy 20k. 20k. Only if you're watching the end. Okay. We're waffling now. Bye. 20k likes. Twitch. James.